name's Shirley, and I am going to try to attempt to put in this Fan-Tastic Fan. Some tools I'm going to take up. I'm just guessing what I might need. I do need this seal, and I'm going to set this in the heat so it makes it softer, and it will seal up much better if it's nice and warm. Scissors to cut it, so I will need that. A regular flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips for these inside screws and the sealing here, and I'll do that first. I will take that out. And this is an awesome screwdriver. Pull it out and flip it, and you have a flathead, and you can turn the flathead and have different sizes, and the same with the Phillips. And I can turn it to a bigger side. It just goes in, twists. This Fan-Tastic Fan cost about, we paid around $250 for it. Not quite $250, but it has 3 speeds. It's quiet. It's made in the USA. It is a very low amp draw, which is pretty awesome. Says that there are over 3 million of these fans on the road in RVs. On high, it only draws 3 amps. On low, it draws only 1.86. And so on medium, it's 2.29. So that's a pretty awesome fan with 3 speeds. I hope it lasts for the life of however long we keep this RV. We have a 1995 Coachman. We've been doing some upgrades to it, you know, fixing all the little things that break. We got a list. But this is one of the bigger things that I really want to get in. Today's a hot day. It's going to be nice tomorrow. So I think it's a good day to do this. My husband's sleeping, so I might be able to tackle this all by the 4 screws out. I'm hoping this is just going to come down. Yes. And as you can see, my ceiling has leaked all around this, and the fan don't work. So I'm hoping we can do something, paint the ceiling, fix that up, because it's pretty bad looking. And let's see what else I might have to do inside. I might have to turn a breaker off. I'm sure I will, so we'll go there next. Oh, and by the way, this is model 1250 if you're looking for a good fan. Well, we're hoping it's a good fan. And the other thing is, once I'm all done, I will put this lap sealant, self-leveling. It's white to match the roof, and I will put that on last. I'll have to get the caulking gun to do that. And that was $11. For myself, or I might get started and have to have him help me finish. We will see. Okay, I just took this screw out, and here are my breakers. And I'm not sure which one to shut off, so I'm going to look this over. I might just shut them all off, so I'm safe. So I need to put my reading glasses on and check it out. Go up on the roof. So I'm going to find this ladder, climb on the roof with some tools, and see what I can do with it. So right now I'm loosening all of this rubber stuff. Pull it. And it's damp under there, so definitely has leaked. I can feel the dampness. So that is a problem. So when I get this all off, we'll see if I can get this thing out of here. I got this rubber off, and I've noticed that it's wet under here, and I actually took some of this wood out of there. I'm hoping this can dry out. But I did. Here, these screws were all covered with this sealant, but they're square. And these are all the screws in here. So I have to go around and clean all of them off. If you can see that. They're really covered well. My shadow, they're right there with the square head. So I'll get them cleaned off, go back down, get my screwdriver that I need. I was hoping I didn't have to climb up and down. But I'm by myself. My husband is sleeping, and he will never hear me if I yell for him. So I'm on my own. All right, I'll be back. Something to tell you. Don't start with this open. I have it a crack, but it's in the way of the screws on the other side. So I found myself 3 of these, so hopefully one is the right size. And did I mention I'm afraid of heights? But I want to do this, so I guess I have to get over it. There's the roof of our house. We have an A-frame, build another A-frame, and that's the addition, the higher one, with the moon lights in it. But anyhow, I'm up here on top of the RV, and I'm going to get these screws out down here, and I'll be back when I get them all out, see if I can get this to lift out. Okay. Well, my husband showed up, and he's awesome. He brought me this cordless, which is so much better. So much better. By hand. That. He's a cordless kind of guy. Love it. You can't strip it, that's for sure. No stripping. So put more weight on it. Get it in there. There we go. I'm in trouble if I strip a screw head. Okay, got one over here to do. Well, I have all the screws out, and I have to say, I am determined, and it makes my husband mad. I'm a 60-year-old woman, almost 60, determined to do things myself. So I am going to pry this up, and it's lifting, but something is holding it back there, and it's so damp here. Well, it feels damp, not sure. Something is holding it, so I've got to figure out what's got that on the other side. I took screws out, but got that unhooked, the hinge. Oh, now I found the other screws. Alright, I'll have to get the other screws out. Yes, I have to take the hinge off to get to the screws underneath the hinge. So there's a square one. There's one, it's all rusted. There's probably one under there. My husband's getting me a better ladder because I was laying on my belly trying to feel for the other one, scared to death. So the top cover has to come off, the hinge for the vent, the lid, to get to these screws. Well, I'm in trouble now. I have this one screw here, if you can see it, rounded off. It's not coming out, so when that happens, you've got to drill it out. So I'm going to stay up here and wait for my husband to come back outside, and hopefully he gets me a drill bit so I can drill that out of there. It's the only one, and the rest I got out, putting all my weight into it. I just have that one, and then I'll be ready to dry this out. It's all wet. I've got to get this dried out before I use. Okay, we are going to drill out this screw because I stripped the head. Okay, just lifted this out, and I'm going to unhook these wires. I'm not sure how yet, but that's all I got to do is unhook here, and I have all the breakers turned off, so we're safe. And then I'm going to let this dry out all around before we install. So I'll be back in a few. This is the one I drilled out, and I'm going to have to, it wants to turn right but not left. There we go. There, it's coming. And we got to get this screw out, let all this wood dry out. This is an awesome little tool. My husband has taught me a lot I didn't know about these things. How to drill out the edge. Rounded, and then get the rest of it like that. It's been 24 hours. We were letting that dry out. That leak was still wet. But as we're trying to fix the leak on the roof, the ladder blew over last night, and now we have another boo-boo. So the mirror broke off. So we're gonna fix up on the roof, and then we will attempt to fix the mirror. I'm up here, and we're getting ready to patch this. As we had learned, this white should go the whole way into this edge. And then this seal should be on this edge. And it was not that way at all. This is like rubber clay. So I went shopping, came back with a bunch of stuff, and as soon as we get started at putting this together, and I say we because my husband is now involved in my replacement fan because it's a bigger job than expected. We even bought roof paint. We're going to paint the whole roof and redo this because, as you can see, the darker spots here, it leaked down in the ceiling and that wood was rotting. So it's nice and dry. It was pretty bad. So we'll get back to you soon. We have a safety strap here on this ladder so it doesn't fall over in this windy weather. Cleaned it. We're putting denatured alcohol on it, and we're going to use this rubber roofing for the wood that was rotted.
No, for the roof
to lift. Damaged. Okay, we'll put that on there to keep it level. Because we should have had roof clear over to here and we don't. So we're doing our own little patchwork. Do you want to denature underneath there, hon?
You know, it's pretty dry.
This is ready to go.
And then the last denatured.
Yeah, to rub it right down.
Side here.
Okay. Well, that's a good idea. I went and got this Quick Roof Extreme White for RVs. It's very much like dye seal, but half the price. Instant self-adhesive roof repair. Permanently repairs. So this is some good stuff for $38 instead of $82 for the other. Okay, we got all the rubber on. I'm going to put a little more alcohol, denatured alcohol around here so it's clean real good before we put the next step on.
Okay, now let's go like around.
Here, go ahead.
Around here.
Oh, go ahead, you want some? So this is rubber roofing that we put on there because the wood was rotted. We had to lift it. The next step is the D-seal, or dye seal. And it's 4-inch tape, and we will put that around. And after that, we will put this sealer. We'll putting this white stuff down.
What's that?
De-sealer on top of the rubber roofing. And we have 2 more pieces cut. And before we set it in place, we are going to put the cover up through and mark it, because if it's too long, we'll need to cut that off. We want to do that first so it doesn't mess this putty up. So, putty is going down to put the piece up so I can mark it with a Sharpie. That will be our next step. So it's just going to need an edge of it taken off. Let me mark it here. See where we're at. Just the lip of it.
What?
I said just the lip of it. Let me see over here. See over here. So we do need to take the edge of that off because it's too, yes, it's a little bit too long. Do you see that? Just that speck. Okay. Can I set the fan down in? Huh? Okay. Let me, now, got to put the hinge to the back. To the front, I'm sorry. The hinge goes to the front. Oh, wait a minute. Some of your putty came off. Okay. Let's try this again. There's more putties in there. Yep, it's setting in there nicely. Beautiful. And the hinges go towards the front, so it lifts this way so the wind doesn't rip it off. We have enough to do the air conditioner if we had to. Thank goodness we don't. But then I think it stays putty-like always, soft, and it won't harden, so I'll still probably put it in a bag and we'll keep it. And we'll do the electric on this on the inside. My husband's moving it around for some reason. So hopefully we got a good seal, and after we hook it in with the screws, we will use this caulking, and we'll caulk over all the screw holes and around the edge, and I think even around this right here. And I think we will have a good seal, no more water leaks. The water leak must have destroyed the other. Drill the holes. Yeah, it's too small. That longer one. That little he's getting with it. Yes. So should you just drill one hole at a time? And just keep
No, now I can't go anywhere.
Okay, so now we'll
each corner.
and drill all the holes.
Yeah,
so now it's perfect, and then we'll put all the screws in. And you want to do them at a slant?
I have no choice.
Okay. I thought maybe there was logic behind it.
Now I could go in and open the vent so that these could all go in straight.
Oh.
Because the vent sticks out, you know.
I see.
And you don't have a straight roof.
Yeah, it is a nice roof. This one's getting to be nice. That ladder's not fun at all.
Huh?
Said that ladder's not fun at all. It scares me.
No, it's just a...
Here comes the vent. Awesome. Beautiful.
Does that help?
Yeah, can you go up further or not?
That's it.
Okay, that's good then. Yay, I get to use the power drill. Trying to make these holes straight. Let's see. It's about as straight as they're going to go. And one more to go. Alright, I'm doing the caulking. So I don't like it that way. I like it up.
What?
I like that point up, but that's okay. Color these. There we go. Doing this. Just a little bit. Get those screws all covered. I get the fun job, cake decorating. Okay, I'm gonna start. I can be right when I do it, so. This is how it goes. That little speck, don't want any specks. We're going to keep it sealed really good. I'm all done with the caulking. So you see my caulking's all done. Went the whole way around, and I went around that tape. Just need a little wee bit. If you make it real thick, that gives a place for the water to lay, and we don't want that. And we just did a little bit on each screw head, and this is called the leveling sealant, and that's all I'm going to do to that. And I would say I'm done for today. Clean up my tools. I hope that this has helped somebody, even if it's one little thing. I just hope it helps someone, and I will let you know if we get any leaks. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and hope to see you again soon. Tools, we are going to lower it by the rope, so we don't have to carry it going up and down the ladder. We just have the toolbox and my camera, and that's how we're going to get the tools down. Make life a lot easier. There's the inside, and it's never easy for us. There's no power out of this wire to connect the fan, so now the fan don't run. we always have problems. So that's the next thing, to figure out how to get power to that wire. And we turned the breakers all back on. So that's not it. It's not the breaker. It can't be that easy for us. Alright, so I still have the ceiling. I've been working on cleaning it. I've got a ways to go. But I'm using a Clorox water with my laundry soap, my homemade laundry soap that has borax. And we'll see if we can get that ceiling cleaned.